Hi, as we're discussing some of the weirder voting systems and decision rules out there, I wanted to bring up random dictatorship and whether or not it would be such a bad system after all. So before we get carried away with some of the baggage that comes with the term dictator, obviously one person deciding all things for all people is unfair, but random dictatorship is different in that it is fair in expectation. So if you're asking how it works, what may seem very chaotic is actually quite simple. If you have a pool of voters, you choose at random one of those voters to become the dictator. And then whatever that dictator's preference is the alternative that's chosen for the group. Why would we do this, you may ask? Well, in 1977, Alan Gibbard actually showed this is the only voting system that meets three pretty important considerations. The first being anonymity. There's no discrimination between voters as you're going into the election, and then each voter actually has an equal likelihood of becoming the dictator. It is strategy proof in that it's stochastically dominated by the randomness and probabilities involved, so it's harder to have anyone game the system. And then finally, it's Pareto efficient. Any increase in satisfaction in the final outcome that you may be looking for to give one voter would have to be at the expense of another voter. And so this is an efficient final outcome. What about an indifference? So if you're worried about indifference, you could randomly order the voters, and the first person in line becomes the first dictator. If you reach a place where that first dictator is indifferent about a choice, then the next person in line gets to choose from that subset. And this could actually continue all the way down the line until all seats are chosen. This is called random serial dictatorship, serial just meaning that everyone is in a line to be the dictator. If you're asking how is this fair, it's important to note that it is fair in expectation because probability matters. The option that is the most popular actually has the highest probability of being chosen by the random dictator. In this way, the system looks very similar to a plurality system, looking for that first past the post. And in the case of a multi-seat election, it's actually very similar to proportional representation. This was all shown in 1984 by Amar on his work on lottery voting. In summary, random dictatorship is fair in expectation with a lot of the stuff that we like to see about plurality and proportional representation systems. And this is because of the randomness within the system. Probability matters, allowing a lot of the same expectation that we would see in one of these other systems, but you get a more fair system because of that randomness and the anonymity and strategy proofness that comes with it. Thanks very much for your time. I hope that this got you thinking a little bit about dictatorship in a different manner. Thanks.